Giving you a look at inner demons is hard because you have to let the inner demon out, so to speak. And while a lot of the videos have been dramatized, the fact still remains. Dealing with inner demons is the most taxing thing ever, and it puts a lot of fear into people's minds.
I don't even know what the definition of peace is. I've never really even paid attention to the concept of peace. What is peace? Who comes up with the idea of what peace is? Peace is two nations not fighting anymore. Peace is love and serenity and happiness and all of that. But people like me don't get peace. We don't get to have peace. We don't get to be happy and abundant and wealthy and loved, and no. We have to play the game. We have to endure the pain and the suffering. We have to deal with the darkness. We have to face off the inner demons. You know? Like, most people probably think that I'm some crazy, psychotically deranged, dramatic person who thinks that, I don't know. Those people are fucking stupid. This isn't about being a victim. See, if you're looking at this with those eyes of victimhood and victim status and sympathy and pity, you're looking at it wrong. It's not about any of that. See, when you're younger and you go through the shit that I've gone through, you can play the victim card a little bit, but you quickly realize that, oh, you know, they've heard that one too many times. Oops. It doesn't work. We see it on the internet all the time too. People pretend, oh, I'm a victim, I'm a victim. It's not about being a victim. It's about standing up for what you believe in. And it's about standing up to people who think they know how to play the game and they don't. You just play the game right through them, with everybody watching. You just march right through them. You go fishing with the truth. And you would be amazed at what you can catch. See, people like me, we get into witchcraft because witchcraft is dark and mysterious. The occult is dark and mysterious. You know, it's not light and sunshine and rainbows. This ain't waving around a wand of sage and some crystals and singing Kumbaya while y'all smoke a joint around a bonfire. This is real life. And real life is dark and scary. And when you're used to dark and scary, you look for dark and scary because it's the only thing you know. You know. Safety blankets be damned. Life is a crapshoot. And you have to survive. That's what all of this is about. It's about surviving. It's about marching through the darkness with no light. Not knowing where you're going. Hoping you don't get ambushed. I used to journal as a kid. And I used to as well as an adult. I would write everything down. Not like conversations or Dear Diary bullshit. I would just, in this poetic way, write stories. And I remember one that I wrote. They were like poetry and songs, but woven together, they all told a story. It was called The Child and the Poet. They didn't have names, it was just the child and the poet. And the child killed his boyfriend. And the poet had found him and tried to help him to ascend to heaven. Because shortly after, the kid killed himself. And then he woke up in this in-between limbo place. And he had to go through all these trials. And they pushed him. And they pushed. But the child wasn't the first one the poet had run across. 20 years earlier, he ran into the old man, who at that time was a warrior, a soldier for an army. And the soldier had done something. He had massacred a village, and he had ended up in the same place. But the soldier couldn't let go of guilt and grief and pain and suffering. And he just became the old man, the old drunk. When the child learned this, the child shot him in the back of the head. And when the poet asked why, he said, because there's no room for weak men. There's no room for weak men. There's no room for weak men. That's what stuck out the most, was that one line. I remember I'd read it over and over and over again. You know, and they're right. You know, sitting there and crying about it all day long isn't going to help anybody. You can dramatize up your inner demons all you want. You know, you can play the victim card if you please. But we've seen that so many times, especially in the witchy community. I'm a victim, you're not. You're a coward, you're pathetic. Fight. Fight for what you want. Fight for what you believe in. If you don't believe in anything, how are you a witch? Like, what makes you a witch? Who said you're a witch? You know? A lot of us come to the craft because we are broken and we are damaged and we're looking for a way to heal that. You know? It's definitely a lot harder for some than it is for others. I never wanted to make a series where I was holding anything back. I wanted to tell the world exactly what they don't want to hear. I'd love to see people go fishing with that. See, if I got rid of all the darkness and all of that stuff, if I just got rid of it or let it go, there'd be nothing. It'd be this empty void. It'd be empty. It'd be nothing. You might say, oh, you can let in all the love and the light. It's all bullshit. Don't throw your new agey bullshit at me. We're not kids. I'm not your child. I'm not your son from another mother. I'm your fucking peer. I'm not even that. I'm a social outcast. I don't think we ever truly find peace or heal. I think some of us still hold on to grudges and pain and misery because it's comfortable. It's comfortable. It's safe and secure. Isn't that what you'd want? To be safe and secure?
I look at Emperor Honeyraven sometimes and I'm jealous. She is just as damaged and twisted and dark and broken as I am, but I'm jealous. How the fuck do you do it? What drives you? What makes you go forward? What makes you say, I'm not gonna give up? It's that need to survive, to go forward. But people who survive, how do they find love? How did you go from X to Y? How? Everybody I meet is broken. Abusive relationships, hellish childhoods. Everybody I meet is broken. They're dark and twisty and messy. We're like the Walking Dead. We're a band of people that are broken. But some of those people, all of those people actually have found love, have found a second chance. How do you do it? And what drives you? What makes you say, I'm going to get up today and I'm going to breathe and I'm going to smile? Why? Because we're surviving? When does the war end? It doesn't. I'm constantly in a mode of fight or flight. And it sucks. But you can't let it go, because it's who you are. It's who you are. It's all you know. It's like Stockholm Syndrome. It's literally all you know. You hold on. And you extinguish the candlelights. You go around extinguishing the candlelights because the darkness is really all you know. But a lot of you have gravitated towards those candlelights, coveted them, held them close, kept them safe and sacred, attracted others with candlelights, and moved off into a better direction. I never answered the question, who am I? I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor.